Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I thought as we're approaching the end of 2025, and my goodness, this year has been on roller skates. I can't believe we're in December soon. So, anyway, I'm going to do obviously, I'm going to do the whole of December for everyone, all the ascendants, but do please also listen to the moon. Where, say, for example, if your ascendant is, say Aries, but your moon sign may be in Scorpio, so listen to both Scorpio and Aries. That way you get like a feeling of what the planets are promising you, where the opportunities are, but then also how you're feeling about those transits and what you would like to dip your toes into and experience, and what you don't want to. So anyway, this is very important time because I did a video a while ago about Sagittarius. So because in the skies we have Saturn in Pisces, 10th aspect, which is like the most important aspect because it really kind of it's your how people see you. 10th house, like because it's what you do, you seriously can't actually move away from. And 10th aspect is it's like your responsibility, your duty. And obviously K2 is also in Leo, from there is aspect in Sagittarius. And Jupiter will pretty soon will be going into Gemini again, and from there will be aspect in Sagittarius own sign. So it's protecting it, but it's also situations are occurring where there's going to be massive changes. And in that video I talk a lot about what actually this means, and what happens is this month, which is month of December, all of the personal planets like the Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury will actually go into that sign. So it's a very important time. And also the new moon that ends the year for us will be in Sagittarius as well. So there's lots of things to process for all of us when it comes to Sagittarius, which is the sign of goal setting, belief system, focus, and also it's like opportunities, sign of like our heritage as well, in a sense. So a lot going on, and also because we're fast approaching what would be Satya Yuga, in what it means also, because Sagittarius is a sign of truth. And what's happening now with the Satya Yoga going on and all the planets having impact on that sign, it just means that we are having an unveiling and awakening, and the humanity is literally, the veil is coming off. So if we were to, we are literally be invited to not live an outer world, if you like, not always be like out there doing, but actually reflecting on the inside, because all the answers are within us. So very good, and we can actually smell if there's anything iffy when people are telling us lies, whether it's our friends, family, or colleagues, boss, governments, all of that, we can actually sense it and smell it. So a lot of truths are going to come out, particularly about events that happened in the last 5 years, and also about how the world runs. There's going to be financial systems will be also impacted, politics, leaders, also the judiciary system as well, because justice and judges, all of that is actually ruled by Sagittarius. So very important time. And for us, we need to just literally observe what's going on in the world, but not really absorb the information, because we need to work on ourselves. The moment we work on ourselves, our outer world becomes more beautiful. So we all live on this beautiful, abundant planet, and we need to learn more about it during this time. And that I wanted to actually just point out too, during this period, basically, which goes on till January, all of the personal planets, which are like Mars, Mercury, Venus, they all combust or become combust at certain times. Like, for example, Venus will be very combust, so would Mars, and actually is in Kazemi, what would be like 2nd of January, I think, 2026. So when Mars is combust, we can be like a bit rash, not really taking time, and use the logical side of Mars. We can do this with haste. We could, with Venus being combust, we could just be like meet people that are completely bad for us, but we just like don't want to see it, you know, like because obviously when you're combust, you're agitated, or we could just have arguments with females or with our loved ones for no reason at all, just be agitated. And Mercury obviously just means that it can affect our skin, our digestive system, our nervous system. With Mars, blood, you know, you could just suddenly see red, as they say. So just be aware of this. We could be triggered during this time. Just really go with the flow. That will be really what I would sort of say is really healthy to do. Just go with the flow. So anyway, but the best thing is when you know these are happening in the sky with astrology, you can kind of like have a really good, you know, you can actually set the pace for everything, which is fantastic. Okay, let's do the ascendants. Let's share this with you. Okay, so allow me please to just actually, this is on the 5th, so I just wanted to say on the 1st of the month, just go back some hours as well. Right, so as you can see, forward a bit. Okay, right, so we have Moon and Ashwini kind of like 1st of December. It could go into the 2nd, depending on where you are. If you want to do your intentions and get the most out of Moon being in Ashwini, please, you know, just make a note in your area. So it's a really good day for intentions. And then we have on the 5th of the month. Okay. Hello everyone, this video is for Taurus Moon or Taurus Ascendant using a sidereal zodiac for the month of December 2025. Can't believe this year has gone so fast. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's been a crazy year too. Anyway, having just done Aries Ascendant, I've just thought I'll just give you an overview. Basically, the focus this month is again on Sagittarius. I've already done a video about this, and I think I've mentioned this so many times. Really have a look at your moon and your ascendant, and you can also do it from your dasha lord, really. So if you know what planet is ruling your dasha at the moment, it's probably good to do that too. But basically, there is a lot of emphasis on what would be Sagittarius. And this month, we obviously, end of last month, on 29th and 30th, we had Jupiter and Mercury going direct. Not Jupiter, sorry, Saturn and Mercury going direct. So that's good, but obviously Jupiter is retrograde this month, the whole of the month till February. And but what it is, there are all the personal planets are all going to go, either are in what would be Scorpio, and also before going into Sagittarius, Mercury, Venus, Sun and Mars will go through like a transformation because of going through Scorpio sign. This is the sign of like the psyche, emotional health, having good feelings, letting go, and just like healing, you know. It's like a, what did I do wrong, and really try and get that right. So and all of that will happen this month because all these planets are not just going to go through this personal planets, not going to go just through Scorpio, but they're going to go from Scorpio to Sagittarius. Sagittarius also will pretty much most of the month these planets, Venus, Mercury and Mars, will be combust at some point or other. So again, you know, not only are they going through this transformation thing through with the help of other people for you guys, because it's your 7th house, but also it's they're going to be combust and purified too. So this is a magnificent thing going on. So, but it's very important not to be reactive to other people, not to be judging yourself either, you know, because Venus rules yourself too. So really so important to get things right, and be focused, do your due diligence and make sure that you are literally focusing, setting plans and actually executing those plans, because you get 3 times this month, you get a chance to do your intentions. Moon will be in Ashwini twice, in Swati once, so that's magnificent. We also have the new moon occurring in Sagittarius as well, so again another emphasis on Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to be really the focus again. And yeah, so, and also you'll have a full moon on your ascendant, so that's going to be incredible too. So I'm going to just start saying that basically your yoga karaka planet, which is Saturn, is aspecting your 8th house of change. So just be ready that everything is going to change. Your work, your education, family, everything, your belief system, there's going to be a lot of change because of Saturn. You're going to let go of a lot of things, a lot of preconceived ideas that you have about relationships, because obviously K2 rules your 7th house, is actually aspecting the 8th house Sagittarius from where it is in Leo, your 4th house. So you're going to have a lot of letting go of all those things that you kind of like, you feel as though like, okay, I'm going to, if you're, for example, if you're in a relationship, oh yeah, and because he doesn't or she doesn't do this, that's it, you know, having those things that everything's got to be in a particular way. So you're trying to control a person in a relationship and thinking by controlling them you are doing the right thing, but actually what you're doing karmically, you're actually tangling yourself up with more karma. So you got to understand, in a relationship we have to allow our partners to have freedom of thought, of expression, you know, and they have choices too, otherwise we are literally karmically tangling ourselves up again. And also things like, for example, like your mum, letting go of things that you might be holding on to because your mum didn't do this or didn't do that, or you are being, you know, judging yourself for not being, I don't know, short enough, tall enough, fat enough, you know, thin enough, wealthy enough, beautiful enough. Let yourself just let go of all those very, very superficial things, because we are a soul. We're just having a human experience. That's it, nothing else. We are eternal. You know, this lifetime, this was what you wanted to do. So just do what your soul wants you to do. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get on. So basically, so Saturn has gone direct, Mercury has gone direct, so that's fantastic. Just Jupiter to worry about. So Jupiter is exalted 11th house ruler in the 3rd house. So groups, hobbies, friends, these are really the things that Jupiter is literally loving you to concentrate on. But it will go back into your 2nd house. So I think that's going to bring some good things for you. Okay, so let's go. Moon in Ashwini on 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. So this is obviously one of the first days of actually intentions. I have a video, I'll put it down below so you can actually watch that and get some tips. Don't worry about the dates on it, just like the content really. And then we're going to go on to what would be the 4th, 5th, depending on where you are in the world. So then we have full moon in Taurus on your ascendant. Fantastic this is. So it's happening in Rohini. And Moon's obviously nice and strong. It's your third house ruler in the first house. So you're feeling as though you can express yourself to the world, to your friends, to your siblings, co-workers. And you're really working on that to get things going. And Mars being your seventh house ruler is in the seventh house with Venus, first house ruler, and the sixth house ruler. So basically, Taurus people can be their own worst enemy, the same as Scorpio. So what they do, they're the people who actually judge themselves. They're really hard on themselves. They create their own diseases and their own enemies, but literally things that are just very easily solved. And they could also have female enemies too. So really is very important during this month to just realize that the planets, personal planets, are all going to be combust, and they're all going to go through Scorpio. So just chill. Don't allow yourself to be reactive to things. Really step back, observe everything, but never absorb it, because you just don't want to be reactive to anything. You're here in this month, you're getting the chance to actually really research, really let go, and emotionally get yourself to just work through your karmas and let go. Let go of those ancestral karmic things that are holding you back, whether it's in relationship with yourself, relationship with abundance and money, with your bosses, with your mum, with your dad, with your partners, etc. And also just let go of these ideals, which is, can be quite difficult. So then we have on the 6th, let's just do that, 5th or 6th, Jupiter retrogrades back into where it was a little while ago in Gemini. So obviously Jupiter has your ruler for 8th and 11th house is telling you that you need to change things to do with emotions, things that don't serve you right. You need to let them go. If there are groups that you need to connect with or let go of, it's a really good time to do that. If you had bad incidents with your elder siblings, to work on that. So you getting all those opportunities to work on these again, and this is going to go on till end of February next year. Plenty of time to goal set, to execute things and free yourself. All these things that just create hooks and threads and cords with other people that we don't really need. So basically, this is like 11th house ruler in your second house. Jupiter is creating a very, very good Dana Yoga for you here, where it's actually creating money, but you've got to be passive and patient about it. So this also could be that if you're doing a qualifications, good things could come to you. And so after that we have, there we go. So Mars on the 7th goes into your 8th house. So this is 7th house ruler in the 8th house. So there could be changes in your status. If you're single, maybe you are getting some attention, and that could be really nice for you, because it's creating, Jupiter is calming Mars down. And although Mars is combust, but that could bring opportunities of flirting, putting energy into creating a change in your status. So if you are married with a partner, it could bring a bit of passion. After all, this is 8th house, is house of sensuality. So then we have, okay, so now we have Mercury, which was in Libra. It's also joined Sun and Venus in what would be your 7th house. So this is make sure you're working through intelligently any arguments or issues with partners, other people, with your dad, with your mum, with your friends, with your children. Do not micromanage people, because that could be very much the theme of 5th house and 6th house ruler for you coming together. Mercury and Venus. So just be aware of it. Just use their better octave, which is like refinement, doing fun stuff, really being out and about, go to the theatre, go to shows, concerts, really enjoy. And okay, so we're going to get close now to moon in Swati. So this is the second day of the month that you can actually put your intentions out. And then we have literally the next day, Sun goes into your 8th house. Sun is your 4th house ruler in the 8th house. So this could actually be, for some people, could be change of your home. Could be like, you know, you need to be aware of your mum. So there could be like an incident or something. Be careful when you drive in. Don't drive too fast, because obviously 4th house is vehicles, and you've got K2 there and Mars and Sun. So just be aware of those things. Not driving too fast. Taking your time will be really good. And now we have a debilitated moon in your 7th house. And now the next thing that happens is on the 20th, you have what would be like a new moon, December 20th, in Sagittarius, 8th house. Oh wow, letting go. Like transformations and all these deep psychological things that can hold us back. So look at that. So we have all of them in Mula as well. So this is Mula is the nakshatra of getting to the root of things. So you're decluttering, letting go. And this is how I would describe Mula is, for example, if you are going to sort out a cupboard, you're not just going to tidy up. You're going to actually go through every single piece of paper, action anything that needs to be actioned, or anything that needs to be like, you know, just get rid of and binned. You will do that. You do things from bottom up, so the foundations are sound. And that's on the 20th. And then the next thing is, obviously, look at that. Venus is also happening at the same time. Venus is there. Look at all these combustions of Mars and Venus. So anyway, and we have now, you know, when you have 6th house ruler in the 8th house, you could be working hard to change your job as well. You could have a job change going on at that point too, that you're planning to, you know, put into action. And then basically we're going to keep going now until we get end of the month. Here we go. So end of the month, we end this month with moon in Ashwini on the 29th, last day of intentions. Really fast thinker as well. And oh, sorry, ascendant just changed, don't worry about that. But basically Mercury is now in your 8th house as well. So it could be that emptiness syndrome. It could be that your child moves out, gets their own property, or goes to university, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of letting go. Again, you know, all these planets are all very combust. So it's really time to just really allowing things, just being chilled, not being reactive, you know, just going with the flow. Luckily, Jupiter is protecting your 8th house from where it is. So all is good. I wish you the best December, and I know things are just going to be so fantastic comes the middle of next year, but it will be good anyway. But it's just going to be there. The world is going to go through massive changes, and as a result we will go through a lot of changes. And you know what, sometimes I think we all need a bit of change. So happy Christmas and happy New Year to all of you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Bye for now.